Before I begin, I want to take the opportunity to thank my wonderful patrons from Patreon. Now, normally I show my gratitude on the screen behind me. However, it's not working, unfortunately, today. So I'm just going to run through the names quickly. Michelle, thank you so much. Helen, much appreciated. Tracy, I thank you. Randy Ray, it's wonderfully kind of you. Steve, thanks a lot. Jane, I'm running out of thank yous. Muchas gracias. Melinda, arigato gozaimasu. Yani, děkuji. Scott, merci. Karen, Shay. Jerry, have I got one for you? Muchas gracias. Have I done that already? I'm not sure. And Anne, obrigado. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Welcome to. I can't speak. Welcome to and welcome back to my channel, Book Time with Elvis, with me, Mark. And I hope ever so much you're doing very well indeed. And I have a tag video for you today, and it's the Bookish A to Z, not Z, A to Z hot or not tag created by the wonderful Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads. And it's 26 prompts, and all you have to do is go through them and say, are they hot or not, with some short explanation. But that's going to be tricky because I'm often very guilty of being long-winded and digressing. You see, I'm even doing it now, a minute and a half in. So let's go through them. And I'm just going to answer hot or not, and then, if possible, a short explanation as to why I think that. A, audiobooks. Hot, I enjoy them. They're good fun. I particularly like to listen to them at night when I'm lying in bed. B, Bildungsroman. Dealing with a person's formative years or spiritual education. Not. It's not for me. There you go. C, children's books. Well, once upon a time, definitely hot. And occasionally hot. I would say tepid, maybe, at the moment, because I do sometimes occasionally pick them up for nostalgia's sake, but generally not so much. D, digital. Books relating to digital things? Well, for me, I don't know. Probably not. Experimental, not. Fantasy, F for fantasy. No, not. Sorry. G for graphic novel? No, for me. Again, it's a not. H for horror? Occasionally. I do like a little bit of the classic stuff. So it's occasionally hot. M.R. James or others of that ilk. Edgar Allan Poe, for example. But I don't really read a lot of it. I, inspirational. Again, depends on the story. But generally it's a not from me, I'm afraid. J, journalism, hot. Thoroughly enjoy journalism, find it fascinating, and love to read about it and about people's lives in journalism. K, kitsch, has a popular or sentimental appeal. I would have to probably say not, maybe, for me. L is for library. Generally, I would say hot, but in my particular situation at the moment, it's a not, because I live in a foreign country, and a non-English speaking foreign country, and the library selection for English speakers is pretty small. So I really don't get a chance to use it, but probably if I lived in the UK, I would use it a lot more. So therefore, I will go with generally hot, but currently not. M, mystery. I love mysteries, so that's a definite hot. N for non-fiction. Certainly hot right now, as it's non-fiction November, and generally, hot. I love non-fiction. O for omnibus. Yes, hot. Can depend, of course, but if I have a Jeeves and Worcester omnibus or something like that, definitely hot. P is for poetry. This one is, again, I would say, depends. Greg mentions that there are always exceptions and it depends explanations. My gut reaction, though, would be not. It may surprise you, but it would be not. I do like occasional, Victorian or older metaphysical poets, that kind of thing. But I'm not a massive poetry fan. So there we go. Q, quests. When the protagonist goes on a quest, physical or spiritual. Not is my gut reaction. R for romance, not, again, would be my gut reaction for that. And S for science fiction, I'm sorry to say, again, it's a not for me. Although, of course, there are exceptions, and I have enjoyed a few bits of science fiction in my time, but generally it's not hot. T is for translation, books translated from one language into another. Yeah, that's hot. Though, of course, again, depending on the book, but I have nothing against reading a book in translation, and my gut tells me it's hot. U is for Übermensch, the Superman or the extraordinary human characters who can do everything. I haven't much experience with that, I suppose, and generally I don't think it's my cup of tea, so I'll have to go with a not. V for Victorian, literature from 1837 to 1901, is a very, very, very much hot. In fact, I'm practically steaming just thinking of it. W is for Western. I love Dune on the Range. I think it's one of the best events ever made, and definitely hot. X is for X-rated. It's not from me. It might disappoint you. I'm not one for reading erotic or X-rated literature or books. No. Y is for young adult. Again, it's a not. I have very little interest in that. And Z for zeitgeist, spirit or mood of the times. Yeah, you see, my first thought is not. So there we have it. I have a lot of nots in that list. Greg actually tagged 26 people. I'm not sure who I can tag, who's left. But if you watch this and you want to give this a go, then by all means go for it. Consider yourself tagged. Oh, sorry. I thought my phone was on silent. It just binged. Terribly, terribly bad video today, isn't it? I didn't edit, didn't do anything. Display is not working. Phone's not turned off. But it's a very busy day, I have to say. So I'm glad I can fit this in. And thanks to Greg for making such a short, easy, and fun tag to just run through. Thank you as well, of course, for watching. All the best, everybody. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.